What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you represent. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already, after you subscribe on YouTube, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you be in the loop. Make sure you click that drop button next to the bell. After you click the bell, click that drop button and select all notifications. Make sure you select all notifications. Otherwise, you may not get any. When I say all notifications, I mean all notifications from me. Otherwise, you may not get any. I don't know why it does that, but that's just the way the YouTube algorithm works. Family, I told y'all earlier on the earlier live that I had some bad news for women. Now, this is one of those things where the shoe fit, wear it. This is going to shake things up. There's a lot of people out there who are saying, well, goddamn, it's about time. So let's get into it, fam. There is a new bill that will send women to jail for lying about who their baby daddy is. Lock them up. Lock them up. Lock them uncivilized mutts up. That's right, fam. I gotta call a strike, and a ball. Women, you know I love you all, but not necessarily all, because some of y'all are low down and dirty, and y'all need to be called out. Just like we gotta call the men out for their dirt, we gotta call out the women for their dirt, because it takes two to tango. These babies ain't coming into this world by themselves. If you out of pocket, you out of pocket. It don't matter what your gender is. You need to be held accountable for your actions. Now, this is House Bill 2689. Some people were referring to it in a video online as House Bill 2698. But after I did my research on this, it turns out that this is House Bill 2689, not 2698. House Bill 2689 requires that before you sign the birth certificate, paternity must be established. Oh, man. Talk about changing the game. Hey, man. Hey. It's going down. It's going down. Family, to be honest, I didn't think we'd ever get here. I just didn't think we'd ever get here. But you know, anytime something goes too far left, it corrects itself and it starts to go to the right. Or it goes too far right, then eventually it has to go to the left. This House bill is going to send a lot of women to jail. Oh, yeah. They're going to jail. They are going to jail. Family, here's the deal. You got women out there who say, well, why should paternity have to be established? Why you got to take a DNA before he signed the birth certificate, before I sign the birth certificate? He should just trust me. Well, that might hold true for an honorable woman, you know. Um, and I'm sure that there have been a number of women out there who have been honorable and wouldn't dare uh, play those type of games. But you and I know that all too often it's mama's baby, daddy's maybe. And this is why, even if it's your husband and you already got 5 kids with him, if it's your husband, your boyfriend, your one night stand, whatever it is, establish paternity. That's right. Establish, do right by those babies. And you should want to have that type of comfort anyway. And that should be no doubt in anybody's mind. Now, if we were living in a time where people were just honest and, if before somebody got into a relationship, procreated with somebody, it was just automatic that people were just going to do the right thing and be honorable, fine, I get it. But those are not the times we live in, fam. We live in a time where shystiness is at an all-time high. There is little to no integrity whatsoever. This bill will ensure that the true biological father is accurately reflected on the birth certificate of the child. By doing so, it not only provides fathers with the peace of mind that comes with knowing their true parentage, but also establishes a firm foundation for legal rights and responsibilities. And y'all know I ain't lying. Women faking pregnancy to scam men is coming to an end in Tennessee. It's starting in Tennessee. This bill originated in Tennessee, but you know how it go in America. Once it starts in one state, that's all it takes to migrate to the others. It's going to spread. Oh, absolutely, it's going to spread. Because this is a very popular bill. They are starting to put women in jail for maternity fraud. Now, here's the thing, fam. People say, well, why they got to do all of this stuff? Why they got to do all this stuff? Listen, fam, the state has to get its money. The state got to get their money. And if the biological father don't step up, if the biological father can't be found, cannot be identified, well, the state is going to pin the baby on the nearest guy. Tag, you're it. What she said, who she said it is, who she put on the birth certificate. Okay, tag. The state don't care. The state want to get that money. They want to get that money. But here's something that, that we have to be mindful of. So fellas, don't get too excited about this. Now, get excited, but don't overlook the fact that this is not going to be a cure for deadbeat dads, for dads who want to escape the responsibility of fatherhood. This ain't going to help them. If it's yours, it's yours, and you're still going to have to pay. If you get behind, this ain't going to have nothing to do with them not snatching your license away, which I think that needs to be reformed. Because how can a guy ever get to a point where he can start making payments if they take his livelihood away? You're going to take his license away where he can't drive himself to work, or you're going to put him in jail. Now he definitely can't work. It's like throwing the baby out with the bathwater. They put you in jail to punish you. And they don't care if you lose a good job. If you get behind on your payments, they don't care if you lose a good job or you just started a job. They're going to take you, going to court, and that prosecutor going to ask the woman, well, what do you want to do? You want to lock him up? Well, no, I don't really want to lock him. Well, if you don't lock him up now, who's to say he's going to make a payment next month? Well, who's to say he's going to make a payment ever? So the woman would be like, okay, all right, I guess lock him up. I guess, he'll be able to find work somewhere. He's a smart guy. He a hustler. He'll be able to get the money, come up with the money some kind of way. He don't want to go to jail. So you put him in jail, you give him a criminal record. You totally destroy any type of chance of him being able to pay and to handle his responsibilities. The system ain't flawed. The system ain't broken. The system is working exactly like it was intended to shake people down, to shake couples down. This is why if you're in a relationship with somebody, if you can, you should try to keep the state out of your business. Man and woman need to try to establish some type of rules, or if they break up and payments need to be made, set up some type of rules where y'all have, some type of agreement between yourselves. Now, I know that type of stuff can backfire, but this is why a man should choose his woman very wisely and not just be running up in anything, because you can be paying for 10 years straight. Then all of a sudden you can't pay. And now she go take you to child support court, and the government want 10 years of back pay, and she wanted too. Maybe you got receipts and maybe you don't, but now you got to go into court and prove that. And sometimes they'll say that the receipts are inadmissible. They won't even allow you to bring the receipts into court. So this is why you got to be very, very careful about where you poke around at. Yeah, fam. Never trust a big butt and smile. Yeah. Let's take a look at this thing, fam. Let's really take a look at it. As I said, the state got to get their money. If they can't get the money from the biological father, they're going to get it from the nearest guy available. One-third of maternity tests come back, and it turns out that the father is not the father. 1/3 of those tests come back that the guy that this woman said is the father is not the father. Now, it's important that you understand this too, family. They tested those 1/3. Those guys were tested because there was some doubt. So that doesn't necessarily mean that that's a reflection of the GP, general population. And it also won't fix deadbeat dads, as I said before. It won't fix deadbeat dads who don't want to pay child support for the children they create. The cycle of jail and license suspension will continue as long as there are men who don't want to step up. But overall, it's a good bill. Overall, it's a good bill. Now, what we have to do, though, we got to be careful. Anytime the state introduces a new law, lawmakers introduces a new law, or the state enacts a new law, it's usually to the people's detriment, not their betterment. They always got some kind of hustle. It's always an ulterior motive. It's never quite what we think it is. They're always up to something slick. So while this might mean that they might be looking out for the men, I'm sure it's some type of catch. I'm sure that it ain't exactly as it appears. I hate to be cynical, but I just don't trust them. Going into comments. Soar above. What's up? What's up, Lakeisha Johnson? Mrs. Coco B. Beverly Johnson, what up? Dara Staves. What's up, Dara? Dara Staves say this is an attack, not a remedy. Still divide and conquer. True story. But that's why, like I said, we have to be careful who we procreate with, men and women. We got to be careful. Because here's the deal, fam. Ain't none of these relationships guaranteed. But if you deal with somebody who has a good spirit and things go bad, there's going to be some initial shock there, some initial resentment, bitterness. But after a little time passes, sensible people, dignified people, civil people typically catch their snap and they come back around and they realize that, you know what? This person wasn't all that bad. I was with him or I was with her for X amount of time and we had some good times. Yeah, we could produce kids. And if it's really about the kids, like I say it is, or like we say it is, then we would really do what's best for the kids. And what's best for the kids ain't to see mama and daddy at each other's throat, acting like some damn uncivilized mutts who can't even have a decent conversation with one another. We don't understand that we are leading by example, and what our kids see us do, they are going to mimic. Kids do what they see you do, not what they hear you say. They do what they see you do, not what they hear you say. In other words, action speaks louder than words. Sonya Scales, what up? Yeah, this new law is aiming to put Maury all the way out of business. I know the show don't air anymore. I don't think it airs anymore. But yeah, they looking to put Maury all the way out of business. Yeah, man. All that, you are not the father. They finna shut that down. You are the father. You are the father. You are the father. There ain't gonna even be no mystery anymore. There's a 1 trillion% chance out of 1 trillion% that you are the father. And women are going to jail. They're just going to start making examples out of women who lie about who the baby daddy is. Ooh, wee. Man. Growing up, fam, you ain't got no idea how many times I sat around and I heard women talk about how their child is not the child of the man who thinks he's the father. I just sit around and just listen to women talk like that all day. It's how they bamboozle men, how they just pin babies on men. These women be just lying and saying this is the baby dad, and they just be hoping and praying that the baby have some type of resemblance to the guy that they lying on. They need him to have his eyebrows, his ankles, his ears, something. He got to have lips, we got teeth just like him. Ooh, look at him. His collarbone look just like his daddy. That boy look just like his daddy with that collarbone. They're trying to find something. They could be the child could come out white as snow, and the daddy be black as tar, and they'll be like, that baby look just like his daddy. He just light skinned. That's all, He got his light skin from his great granddad on his daddy's side. But that's his baby though. And some dudes be so in denial, they just roll with it. They just accept it because they can't face the truth. I want to know. Yeah, man, I want to know. And this is not just for the purpose of paying or not paying. This is also for the purpose of, you know, what if you walk into a, the hospital and you're trying to get some blood to your dying dad or whatever, your dad who needs a blood transfusion. Only then do you realize you ain't even a match. You trying to give your mom, you trying to give your dad or you trying to give your child a kidney or something. You ain't a match, buddy, because it ain't yours. What y'all gonna do about that? No, fam, this is a good law. This is a good law. This is a good law. And like I said, fam, this ain't gonna fix deadbeat dads. This ain't gonna fix deadbeat dads who don't want to pay support for the children they create. The cycle of jail and license suspension is going to continue as long as there are men who don't want to step up to the plate and handle their responsibilities. But what this will do is stop a whole lot of that lying and false identifying. Yeah, man. That's what this is going to do. The hustle is over. The scams are over in the state of Tennessee. The baby daddy scams are over in the state of Tennessee. Well, about to be over because that law is going to pass with flying colors. Let me tell you something, ladies. Even if your husband kept it, even if you kept it 100 with your husband, your boyfriend, even if you kept it 100, you should still want to get that paternity test. Just for a peace of mind for all involved, including your children. No questions. Get the test. Take away all doubt. Just have it as, just have it as something that's already been taken care of. Just like you get together and you get a joint bank account or you get some insurance or whatever. Make sure you take that test. Take away all that doubt. Handle that. Get that straightened out. And a woman who has kept it 100 ain't gonna have a problem, or shouldn't have a problem with that. Shouldn't even be offended by it. A woman who ain't being slick and conniving should be like, oh yeah, baby, oh yeah, When is my husband gonna take the test, take his paternity test? Y'all forgot to give my husband that test. When y'all gonna do that? Get it, handle that. Get that out the way. Take away all doubt. Yeah, this yours. You did that. You know how many times I watched Maury one time, and this one woman had marched in 20-something men on different episodes. I mean, she had been on like 5 or 6 different episodes, still trying to pin the baby on a man. Had marched in at least 20 different dudes. That ain't just foul. That's nasty. Nasty. Had she been forced to come clean from day one, could have saved a whole lot of people a whole lot of headache. So if you're just not joining, we're talking about House Bill 2689 in Chicago and Tennessee. And that bill essentially requires that before you sign a birth certificate, paternity is established. Paternity is required. You must take a DNA. So all this baby daddy, he the baby daddy, he the baby daddy, all that out now. And they are going to be sending women to jail for lying. If a woman lies and says this man is the baby daddy and he's not, she going to jail. Yeah, man, she going to jail. Again, fam, this ain't just about money. This is something that comes with a peace of mind. It provides fathers with a peace of mind that comes with knowing their true parentage, but also it established a firm foundation for legal rights and responsibilities. That's a good thing. We always talking about legal rights. We always talking about responsibilities. Well, here it is. Here it is. The hustle is over. Now, what y'all gonna do about that? I can't wait to see the first woman go to jail. Yeah, man. I'm gonna do a report on it. The first time I see a woman go to jail for lying about who the baby daddy is, oh yeah, I'm doing a report. I'm doing a report. This is such a groundbreaking bill that not only will I do a report, I might just do a whole, like, I ain't gonna call it a party, but some type of gathering where people just people who are in a jovial state of mind because of the news. Maybe everybody just kind of get together and drink some champagne or something and just have an intellectual conversation. Just can you imagine, like, just a bunch of people getting together and just having, like, maybe not a whole bunch of people, maybe like a good 20 people or so, just intellectuals getting together, having some champagne and having conversations, maybe a cluster of people over here having a conversation, and people right here and people over here, a couple people over there in the corner over there, everybody just kind of talking but the whole conversation is centered around this house bill and that woman who went to jail for lying, false identifying. What's up, Miss Jazzy? Miss Jazzy is in the building. Serena is in the building. LaShawn is in the building. What's up? What's up, family? What's up, Freddie Johnson? Lonnie Clark, what it do? Fat Farm Ray, Real Talk, Samuel C. Linda. Carolyn Kaiser, what's up, Carolyn? Anthony Russell. Yeah, fam. Yeah, that child support is a broke chick hustle. Yeah, I said it. I said it. Child support is a broke chick hustle. I said it. Now, they need to reform that. That don't really have a whole lot to do with this House bill. This House bill is about lying on paternity, lying about who the father is. That's what this is about. Lying. Lying and locking women up who lie. Yeah, fam, it's going down. It's going down. Rich King, what up? Devontae Steele. Devontae Steele says if a woman gets mad at you for asking for a DNA test, see, man, this is why Devontae, see, man, I really don't be reading these messages that what people write, start every word off with a capital letter, and I don't be reading caps, all caps. They're actually harder to read. They don't stand out. They're just harder to read. But since I got that far, so basically he's saying that if a woman gets mad at you for wanting a paternity test, wanting to establish the DNA, then the baby definitely is not yours. Not always. Some women just feel like, hey, I've been loyal and I ain't had no reason. You shouldn't have a reason to doubt me. So, she upset about it and it could very well be your baby. But again, I think I'll get the emotions all the way out of the way and just automatically everybody should have a paternity test day one. Before you sign that birth certificate, let's establish who the father is. Yeah. No man should be responsible for a child until it's established that he is indeed the father. No man should be required to pay a nickel or nothing until it's established that he is indeed the father. And if a woman lie about that, the state of Tennessee says, we're going to lock her up. We're going to put her in jail. And I'm here for that. I want to see it. I want to see it. You know how many of our grandmamas that lied, grandmamas and great Medias and great grandmamas that lied about who the dad is for their babies? Oh, yeah, man. Lock Medea up too. Everybody getting locked up. Everybody got to go. Everybody got to be held responsible. Can you imagine like they're going to have to open up some new jails for women. If they start locking women up for lying about who the daddy is, they're going to have to open up, and they better not make it retro. They're going to have to build some new jails. Can you imagine a woman walking in and then she in the holding tank and she walk in, hair all over her head, and one of the other chicks in the room be like, so what you in here for? Yeah, I lied about my baby daddy. Yeah, me too. But you know they can't keep a good hoe down. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see it. All these men they've been locking up, ain't nobody gave a damn about, no sympathy whatsoever. All these women been lying for centuries, just lying. No type of retribution whatsoever. No type of get back whatsoever. Just lying and just keep it moving like nothing ever happened. Nah, fam, I'm here for it. She black butterfly says, okay, but while all that's happening, who's taking care of the child? Well, the child gonna get taken care of some kind of way. They always do. The mama obviously ain't taking care of the child because she lying. She already raising a child to lie. If she already got that type of attitude, then she raising up another woman, another young lady to be a liar like her. So she ain't qualified. She shouldn't be raising a child lying. You're establishing a child's character based on a lie. That should be some type of action taken for that. Again, fam, this is the shoe fit, wear it. If the shoe fit, wear it. If it don't apply, let it fly. You did? A hit dog will holler. So if anybody mad about this bill, if a woman is mad about this bill, that's a woman you better avoid by any means necessary. You got to avoid her. Lying. Oh yeah, lying about who the daddy is. Oh yeah, that's a big violation. That's a major violation. And imagine a child growing up thinking that this guy is my daddy. A child growing up, see, they don't be thinking about them children, they be thinking about themselves. Imagine that child growing up. Now that child is 16, 17, 18, 20, 30. Their whole life, they find out finally that ain't my daddy. Now, what does that do to their brain? What does that do to their sense of worth? Their sense of a solid foundation. Everything that they have known to be the truth is a lie now. Now, how do they treat this man who raised them? And how do they deal with this father who may have known he was the father all along or may have had no clue at all? Rob that man, the true father, of a right to take care of the child and be in his child's life. Rob the child of the opportunity to know their real father, their biological father. Rob the man who they lied on the opportunity to raise his own blood. And she come out unscathed. She done all this damage and there ain't no recourse. She don't get nothing. Ain't no penalties whatsoever. Cause all that emotional damage. Nah, fam, I'm with that bill. I like it. I like it. If a man is going to take care of another man's child, he should have the right to know that's another man's child. He shouldn't be tricked into thinking it's his child. He should have a choice. You know, women say, my body, my choice. Yeah. Same thing with men. My body, my choice. My body, my time, my investments, my money, my choice. Lock them up. Lock them up. The Cole's house, what it do? I told y'all women, I told y'all wasn't gonna like this one. I told you earlier, you wasn't gonna like it. But I gotta call a strike, and a ball a ball. This is what's going on. This is what's happening. Shoe fit, wear. I ain't got a problem offending somebody who the shoe fit, because you're wrong as two left shoes. You want somebody that's honest and truthful with you. You want somebody to keep it 100 with you. You want somebody to keep it a buck with you, but you lying the whole time. You lying. You ain't keeping it a buck, but you want somebody else to keep it a buck. You got issues with men. Men ain't nothing. They trash. They ain't nothing. The whole while you lying on a man, pinning a baby on a man that ain't even his. Nah, fam, I'm gonna call a strike, a ball, a ball. So what I'm not gonna do is pander. I'm gonna give you this game because I love you and I want you to do better. And hell, I'm still learning myself. I'm trying to grow every day myself. I'm trying to get better every day myself. So I believe in growth. And I believe in, calling a strike, and a ball, a ball. And I'm just gonna say what it is, fam. So I know some of y'all just want people to agree with you. You want to hear what you want to hear only. And if somebody say anything you remotely disagree with, you cancel. Somebody can be on YouTube and a person can put out 1,000 videos and you be riding with them the whole time. Yeah, that's my God. I'm talking, man, you coming out getting your fix every day. Just yeah. Put out one video, say one thing that you don't like. Now all of a sudden they all kind of names. You're jumping on other YouTubers' page. Go get him. Man, he said this. He said, I don't mess with him no more. I stopped following him, man. He was tripping. Yeah, fam. So yeah. So that's how that's the way I rock. I don't get down like that. You want somebody that's gonna call a strike, and a ball, a ball? I'm your man. If you want somebody that's gonna pander, that's just gonna say anything that you're gonna agree with, just say stuff to make you feel good, I ain't your guy. I'm not your guy. It ain't gonna work over here. That's just not gonna work. Rich King, what it do? The boys 2 times. Mr. Jones, what it do? Backpacker for life. Salute from France. What's up, France in the building? What's up, Belinda? Dr. Drew, I see you. All right, fam, that's my time. That's my time. That's my time. If you're just not joining, make sure you smash up the likes before you leave, fam. Hit that like button before you leave. There's no way possible you should be checking out this live and not hitting that like button. Knock that like button down. Boom, boom, boom. Hit it. Hit that like button, fam. Hit that like button. Yeah. If you're just not joining, fam, just a quick recap. There is a new House bill that is going to send women to jail for lying about who their baby daddy is. It's called House Bill 2689. And it is a bill that will require paternity before signing a birth certificate. It ain't about trust. It ain't about, oh, you cheated, I cheated, oh, I trust you. It ain't about none of that. It's just protocol. It's protocol. If you want to have this baby, you get this birth certificate. Before you get it, you're going to have to establish who the baby daddy is. And it's not going to just take your word for it anymore. The woman, they're not going to just take a woman's word and she just get to write down any name she want to. And then all of a sudden, a man gets a notice in the mail from the Attorney General's office asking him for some money, telling him to show up in court, talking about he's behind $60,000 and he better pay up or he going to jail. That bill will ensure that the true biological father is accurately reflected on the birth certificate of the child. That's what the intention of the bill is, to make sure that the true biological father is accurately reflected on the birth certificate of the child. That's admirable. Don't every child deserve that right? Don't y'all think so? Don't every child deserve that? By making sure that the biological father is accurately reflected on the birth certificate of the child, it not only provides fathers with the peace of mind that comes with knowing their true parentage, but also establishes a firm foundation for legal rights and responsibilities. So women faking pregnancy scams are going to be a thing of the past real soon. Or they going to jail. So you always have those who are going to try to, beat the system, but most of them going to jail. They are starting to jail women for maternity fraud. Maternity fraud. The state got to get their money, right? The state, that's what created this problem. The state, the greedy state, who don't care nothing about you, your child's father, or nobody. They care about that money. The state got to get their money. If the biological father don't step up, currently, that's where we are now. If the biological father don't, the way things are situated right now, if the biological father don't step up, they push the baby on the nearest guy available. The woman can just basically blindfold herself and spin around and just point. And whoever she point at, you it. You got women out here who say, well, I know he's the baby daddy, but I don't want him to be the baby daddy. So I'm gonna say such is the baby daddy. A lot of times women will lie and say men are the baby daddy because they don't want to embarrass themselves that they had a baby with some loser dude. So they'll lie and try to pin the baby on somebody else, especially they'll lie to their friends. Oftentimes they want, if it's a prominent guy, oftentimes if they know there ain't no chance of that guy being the father, they won't try to drag him into paternity court. They won't try to get him to take a DNA test, but they'll lie to their friends and family and say that he's the father. The hustle is over. The scams are over in the state of Tennessee. If you kept it 100 with your man, you should not be offended by this law. You should be in support of the law. In fact, the women who have kept it a buck, they should be in support of the law also, just to stick it to the low down dirty women. Like, it's time for the decent women, the women who claim to have integrity and class, the women who say that they have decency. It's time for them to go on attack. They got to start going at the women who are foul, the ratchet women, the lying, scandalous women. It's time for the decent women to start calling them out. The decent women got to get off the fence and they got to call them out. Because men can shout all day. That don't really mean too much to a woman, because a woman ain't gonna too much listen to a man, just like a man ain't gonna too much listen to a woman, which is crazy. But men listen to men, women listen to women. Why? Because if you're of the opposite sex trying to give somebody the game, they're gonna feel like you have an ulterior motive. So they're gonna always side with their gender. They're gonna think you have an agenda against their gender. Once again, fam, this ain't gonna fix deadbeat dads who don't want to pay child support for the children they create. The cycle of jail and license suspension is going to continue as long as there are men who don't want to step up. But overall, this is a good bill. And I'm 1,000% in support of it. Until next time, fam, enjoy the rest of your day. No more talk.